Hold on.
So the way missile defense.
You worked on missile defense program in your 20s?
Before that, when I was 18.
What? Are you serious?
I didn't like work on it though. I just like was there as an intern.
At Raytheon?
That's super normal.
Really? Because you were like because nobody understood the technology? Like you were...
No. These technologies are... I didn't like work on like the cool stuff. But like 99% of a project, as an FYI, is just like grunt work. It's like accounting and audit.
Right. But they don't compartmentalize you? Like you're aware that you're working on... Because I lived with a Northrop Grumman's space system engineer. He was a space... he worked on satellite weapons, right? But he didn't really understand what he was doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like...
I would never believe someone if they told you that. Oh. That's just not how that works.
Well, he didn't... let me... I digress. Let me go back for a minute. He didn't understand the goal of the reason I was there. You know, which is, let me explain it for you. Oftentimes you're told that you're working on a system, and you're, do you know what the word disruption means?
Disruption?
Yeah, the military terminology for disruption. Disruption it's misleading.
Turmoil,
it's a misleading word. No, it's a long-term strategy of surveillance and harassment, which is intended to neutralize the target. Okay, so when you hear somebody come on the news and say we're conducting some disruption on these potentially dangerous people.
I know that.
Okay, so oftentimes these potentially dangerous people that I was telling you about, that there's companies like Palantir. Palantir is a technology company that identifies people.
Fake technology company.
A what?
Fake technology.
Not fake at all. No. Not fake. Palantir? It's not fake. What are you talking about? No way. Their Gotham program. They're only.
Dude, it's a database.
It is. It's a mass data collection and processing program that they have.
So it's like Snowflake. You know what Snowflake is? Snowflake is a public company that's just a database. I just know a lot about. I'm just gonna tell you that like it's not a technology.
No, I understand that. I understand. But here, okay. So here's the thing. There's companies that analyze people's data, and they come to what they do for our government is they identify potentially dangerous people who may pose a significant danger in the future.
Yeah, Palantir did that for Europe. They would collect a bunch of information and then tell you who the terrorists were.
Yes, yeah, but they tell you who the terrorists are before they become terrorists. So it's pre-crime. They're basically what they're doing is they're
Yeah, I have no interest in that.
It's terrible. It's terrible. But what I'm saying is, so you were 18 and you were working on missile defense systems, and they told you were working on missile defense systems, or you
That'd just be absurd if they didn't.
How did they tell you that? I mean, like did they say?
I just don't know like where you've worked at, but like it's not like it's like a new system. Like the system, like missile defense has been here since like the 40s.
Oh yeah. Everything in your cell phone and shit, like in your tablet and everything. Yeah, GPS was a military technology before it ever became commercialized. People didn't even know about it. It was they had the Russian GLONASS system, which is a whole.
Yeah, like the 20s, like 1900s. It used to be the theme that technology would flow from the university.
Well, I guess
government. It used to flow from the university to consumer products. Now it's more so that the companies, particularly machine learning and software, it's flown from the consumer companies into defense.
When did you
like
graduate?
by example, like one of the biggest customers of Microsoft are actually governments, right? So both like China, huge operation there.
Absolutely.
For Microsoft. Like a third of the employees used to work there.
Yeah.
A third of the employees actually came from China, which is like pretty shocking, given that. Whatever, and so people wonder like, oh, why is Microsoft because like everyone has the source code.
Yeah.
Which is why I like just use Linux. But yeah, one of their biggest clients was the government, but like they didn't fund Microsoft.
My brother speaks Chinese and works for a Chinese company.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Dude, how did he learn that?
So I was
Russian is hard as as Chinese, but they're both in Arabic. They're all fucking crazy.
Yeah, except Chinese uses a whole different, the Russian, script. Is completely, they don't have a Z, in Russia, the letter, but their script looks like weird. It's like a weird, but it's still recognizable somewhat. China uses a whole different style of communication. It's a that's a whole area we can get. But I want to ask you a question though. So you were 18 working on missile defense systems, but how? I mean, you were in high school.
I just got into
You just
college.
got into college. What was your name one more time?
Thomas.
Thomas what?
Salami.
Salimi. Okay. Do you have a Facebook page or something?
No, I don't have it.
Good. Don't do it. Yeah, that's smart.
You can't find me.
Good. That's good.
You might be able to. I've done some public talks.
Really?
Yeah, at Microsoft.
At the headquarters, the big giant headquarters.
No, we built this super small, like kind of dumb.
Did they tell you also?
No, I don't.
This is weird. Yeah, this is interesting.
Why, do you work for Microsoft?
No.
Yeah, I mean it's random who you meet on Airbnb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I met some super cool. I visited Milan. I met a woman that works for this company called Emilio Pucci, and I just have an interest in
Is that a fashion?
just design. I just have an interest in that. You probably know Hermes. Those scarves are my favorite fucking things I've ever seen.
Very cool. Oh, very cool.
But anyways, I've just met some interesting people on Airbnb. Yeah, I mean, you basically get an internship at any of these companies, like defense companies, and you come there and you just learn for 3 months everything that they do, every part of the system that you're working on, all of the above. So it's not relevant, but I mean, there's menial work that they need to get done that again, 99% of the work is pretty done. But I mean, one of the reasons why I didn't ever want to go into the defense industry was that I thought that the leading edge was not available to people that are in their young 20s. And so if you wanted to work on the leading edge of stuff, you need to go work at the consumer companies. And so after that, I went and worked at Bose, which does the speaker systems.
Sure, yeah, of course.
They were coming out with a new product line, and that was one of the most impactful experiences I had because you're working on tangible products that people use.
Mm-hmm. I had the opposite experience of you. I found that the military technologies are way ahead of the commercial technologies.
Well, let me ask you this: have you ever used any of them?
The military technologies?
Yeah, did you use it with your hands?
I've used them with EEG headsets. Do you know you can buy EEG headsets and control your computer device without your keyboard with just your brain activity?
Yeah, that would make sense to me. I just recently.
There's a ton of them.
I've been looking at some of the machine learning papers, and I'm just shocked. But also, it makes a ton of sense to me. So if you don't know that much about machine learning, what I would say is that you can compress it down as just a better form of statistics that's more general.
Yeah, it's a
so when you, by example, need to, I don't know even a good term for this, but typically when you, here's a good one, I'll show you this. So there's this thing at Google called constraint programming. Yeah, called OR tools. And so this is super important, and some of the things they have here. I'm gonna
write that down. Can you email that to me?
It's called by example, traveling sales person problem. All of these are just typical computer science problems. An example would be if you're UPS and you need to know where to allocate all of your trucks and need to know in the shortest amount of time with the lowest amount of people. It's super hard, a really hard problem. And so you typically would handcraft these solutions, right? And so what you do is you feed it into data, and then you basically handcraft the solution with algorithms with 100 really smart math people.
Wait, can you email that to me?
Man? And the machine learning people, basically, right around I'd say 2015, 2016, when machine learning got really good, realized that we can just fire 100 people, and we can just have 2 people that can train models, and so it's almost taking that and being a general statistician, right? Because most of this is okay, how do we do this? Well, we basically apply statistics. And so machine learning got to a point where if you just give me your inputs, there's 98% of the time will do a good job, and then there's that tail end 2% will just spit out absolute bullshit.
Right.
And so, anyway, so I was
somebody to go in there and just kind of brush it up with.
Well, no, not even that.
GPT lies sometimes. It will just make up if you ask.
Well, so that's what these why these are so relevant is what you want to do is you want to get a answer, and then you actually want to verify it after it. And so what people have done with GPT is they something called LangChain, where you actually can stitch together multiple GPT responses or make it do multiple actions, and now it becomes an agent that you don't just give it a prompt, it then basically is a circular recursive prompt on itself.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's like called LangChain.
You know about DALL-E software, right?
Yeah.
It creates images.
That's not as good
as prompts.
Yeah, it's not as good as Midjourney.
But dude, they have software systems, military ones, that can create live editing to news broadcasts using only brain activity.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
This is what I'm saying. The software companies like Microsoft and stuff that you.
But I just based on my experience, I just don't believe that consumers would believe the altering.
Well, they don't.
Alteration.
They're not told. They're not. They're.
No, but what I mean, I've seen video, which is another thing they have. So there's Midjourney, there's DALL-E, but take that and do video.
Do you know what Diva programs are?
No. Okay, yeah.
But
okay. Anyways,
no. Are software programs that create interactive pornography. Okay, so you can talk to the video that you're watching, and it will talk.
Yeah, it's like the game engines are doing that. The game engines are trying to do that and build them into their stories, so you can have an infinite number of stories.
Yes. But they use these in information operations to drive people banana shit crazy. So a girl will be sucking a guy's dick and talking to you while she does it. It's called pseudo-speak, right? And it uses...
That's fucking crazy.
Seriously, pseudo-speak and Diva programs. These are two software systems.
But if you saw the Coke commercial, see that Coke commercial? This is basically where the state of the art is today. Coke commercial, AI generated.
And okay, that's good. Well, this is what I was just telling you about Coke in the 60s. Remember, they were using subliminal. So I'm telling you, this has been around since the 60s.
No, I don't believe that.
Look it up. Look it up. Just look it up.
I'm not gonna look it up.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm not interested enough. Why? Where's the Coca-Cola commercial? Why is it on fucking TikTok, dude?
Wait, just look up.
Yeah, here it is.
This went all the way to the Senate in the 60s. They had Senate hearings and shit, and then he just did nothing. And so it's been used this entire.
This is all generated. Even the people.
Yeah. But this is the weak technology. That's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying though is that this is the best technology. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's where it difference is.
Oh my god, I wish I gotta show you examples of this.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to see? I'm telling you, there's technology. If you're interested in this stuff and you build it for private civilian companies and things, you don't know. I'm telling you, you don't know how much crazier it gets.
Yeah, I also am just one of those people that doesn't really care.
And here's the thing. So you don't get paid any money for that. So guys okay, the starting salary at Google is $250,000. Somebody just walks in the door.
It depends. If you're a machine learning researcher, it's $500. If you're out of school, it's
Do you know what the top salary at our Space Force is?
Yeah, it's $85,000.
$170,000 a year. The person who gets paid the most, the top salary.
Median is 70 to 85, but
I know, but I'm saying.
Yeah, so
but they're not actually certain.
This is what we had talked about, from the 20s through the 2000 era, pre-internet. All engineers didn't make that much money. If you're an engineer, who actually wasn't a great, business to be in, and even though you're the person that actually created it, with the small variation, there's people who actually build great companies tend to be the great engineers, and so actually the most compensated people actually tend to be the people that are engineers.
Yeah,
but anyway,
Peter Thiel
well, he wasn't an engineer. Peter Thiel wasn't.
But he's a finance guy, right?
Yeah, but a lot of the people that build it like are engineers. But anyway, so engineers up until like 2005, you're not going to get paid that much. You just do it because you like it, of course. But then these companies started making so much money that kind of shifted. And so from 2005 to 2020, like there's no place really else you can get more money. And so if you want to be a university researcher, or you want to go and do anything like with public policy, you have to really make a financial decision. Am I gonna, leave up 300 to 400? Am I actually gonna go and work and teach people and do education, or am I gonna like try to, of course, live a better life?
Right.
Anyways, and so what ended up happening is that Google, by example, just has all of the best deep learning researchers and had a monopoly on that up until like around 2018, 2019, even still today. Like half of the best researchers are actually just working at Google.
Yeah.
And some of them left, but most of them just work there. But anyways, and so a lot of moved out of universities just in this space and ended up moving into the bigger technology companies, just because like you can just make a lot more now. And so like engineering and specifically in defense, one of the problems that they had back when I, like, by example, had to get an internship, they just didn't have that many applications anymore. Or it's like I like made $20 an hour. I could have made that as like a restaurant worker.
Right.
And like if you go and work at Google, like I make $10K a month.
Right.
As an intern, doing nothing.
Really? Man, that's great.
But of course, it's super hard.
Yeah.
Like I got an internship there, and I've never been through a harder interview process in my life. Fucking nuts.
Did they give you a lot of text tests?
Google?
Yeah.
No.
No? Interesting.
They give you that?
So, alright, so I've got a lot of friends in law enforcement, sheriff's department, all the way to, I got a friend who works at the Pentagon, right?
Yeah.
The process, do you have a security clearance?
I got one for the summer.
Sensitive security, top secret?
No, sir, it was like the bottom.
Sensitive.
At the bottom, I'm probably about to have to get the...
There's basically three. There's like
yeah, I know all about it. It was when I was in high school. My friends and I drank a lot of alcohol one night, and I had to like stress over whether or not that would affect it.
The job?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because you need to be sharp.
But it didn't, because they don't care about that shit. What they only care about is if you have leverage on you. If somebody has leverage on you.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating. I was just like, because I had somebody give me some advice on it. It was just like, had dealt with this and was a lawyer for this type of stuff, and he said, oh yeah, like I have people that like have DUIs and they don't give a shit. It's just like, does someone have leverage on you?
Oh yeah, it's called compromising information, right? So people will seek to get compromising information on people, and then use that. What they do is they don't threaten you with it unless you step out of line. So a lot of people won't be hired at some of these companies unless there is compromising information. And check this out. There's compromising information on everybody. Have you ever watched POV porn? No, I'm not joking you. If you're gonna get a security clearance and you watch POV porn, you're gonna be videotaping your face and your dick as you're jerking off. I'm not joking. And then they're gonna keep that on file.
I could care less.
Oh, I know, but okay. If you're a public person, they can like Hunter Biden's a perfect example, right?
Yeah.
So you saw the pictures of him. Like,
that's not me, man.
So, if you're a public person, they can put that in the news. But if you're a private person, if you're not a public person, they can still put it in the news. But they put it in the news with using personally identifying information and using information operations to just belittle the shit out of you. Now, I've seen this personally. Okay, somebody will.
I literally could care less.
No, but it'll drive you insane.
Dude, I've stripped naked through UVA campus before.
Yeah, I made a whole bunch of. Yeah, so I don't care. I don't care. But a lot of people don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? And they can just like put your shit out on the fucking news to destroy you. And if they want to destroy you and you're not a public person, because it'd be illegal, you could sue them for slander. They can put it out on the news using PII to reference like, and the amount of compromising information that they have on you is unbelievable. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable. They can go back like, it would blow your mind. It would absolutely blow your mind.
You just go through someone's search history on Google.
Yeah, but even more than that.
And that's it. That's all you need.
Do you know
It's the
about
funniest
biometrics?
like. No, I don't. I don't need to know about it
Okay.
either.
Right. Okay.
I'm sure that someone knows my fingerprint and I could care less. The only thing that's weird to me.
They've got everything.
The only thing that's weird to me.
You give up your blood when you're born.
Yeah, I mean, I just like, unlike most people, I just have full confidence in the United States government.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Oh, bro, you're out of your mind.
But anyways, I could just care less.
They'll murder your shit. They'll murder you and your whole family.
Whatever.
I'm not kidding. I'm not, dude. I'm not. If they don't like you.
Yeah, I could care less. That.
Do you know who that right wing Alex Jones? You know that guy? Okay, he's like a fanatical right wing, kind of. He's not like a mainstream news broadcaster, but he's like a fringe right wing nutbot dad, you know. And he went after Biden. So Trump created the Space Force, right? And he created the Space Force because he was getting information operations running him under the Air Force. Okay, so he's like, I'm going to create a whole new Space Force, and they're going to treat him nicely in the news. And they didn't. They just like tore him apart in the news. And then they used Alex Jones to go after the Biden administration. And then when Biden got into office, he fucked that guy in the asshole. Like, he got that guy to pay $400.
That guy kind of had.
There's
Can't you just declare bankruptcy and whatever?
You could. Yeah, that's one way, you know.
I guess some people like their wealth too much.
He's got a bunch of gold buried in his house, too.
Fucking lunatic.
He had $1 million in gold bullion buried in his fucking lawn. Seriously.
That's like people still stuffing cash in their.
Yeah, it's a smart idea.
Because
Dude,
they're afraid of the banking crisis.
the death tax, right? So they passed the death tax. So if you like, my
It's so
ancestors
funny
used
you
that.
said death tax.
Why?
Because they reframed it to say death tax back in the Reagan era.
Oh yeah, it's a death tax.
Because that's how they wanted to get it through Congress.
They'll take
'Cause
40% of your family's money. 40%.
Yeah, I don't really care about
So,
that.
but if you put it into a commodity like gold bullion or something, you can pass it right to
You
your
say
kids.
gold bullion?
Yeah.
Dude,
each
do you know
gold
the
bullion
story
for-
about that guy?
Yeah. I'm not. I never know.
That guy
I mean
just.
the coin.
Oh, is it like a? Because like that's
It's
like a
a
website, right?
Oh no. Gold bullion's a fucking. It's a currency, but it's not. It's money. It's real money. You know.
Oh, because there's this guy that started like bullying on something.
Oh, I don't know who that is. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's your name again?
Keith.
Keith. See you.
All good?
All right, I gotta go get some food, and I'm starting.
Yeah.
Dude, this has been fun. So, one more time. What was your name again? Maybe not. I don't know. All right. See you later, man.